Once in a bustling town, there lived a young man named Samir. He was a dreamer, full of potential, but he always believed that his success depended on others. Whether it was his family, friends, or colleagues, Samir was constantly waiting for someone to help him take the next step. He had a good heart, but he relied too much on the support and approval of others to move forward in life. Samir had always dreamed of starting his own business. He had a vision for a cafe that would bring people together, a place where everyone could relax, share stories, and enjoy a warm cup of coffee. But every time he tried to take a step toward his dream, he hesitated. What if my family doesn't approve, he would think. What if my friends think I'm not capable? The fear of judgment and rejection held him back. One day, Samir decided to visit his childhood mentor, Mr. Iqbal, a successful entrepreneur who had built a thriving business from the ground up. Mr. Iqbal had always been a source of inspiration for Samir. He was a man who had started with nothing, but through hard work and perseverance, he had built an empire. Samir sat in Mr. Iqbal's office, nervously tapping his fingers on the desk. "Mr. Iqbal, I have this idea for a cafe," he began, "but I'm not sure if I should pursue it. I'm afraid it won't work out, and I need the approval of my family and friends before I start." Mr. Iqbal smiled gently and leaned back in his chair. "Samir, I see so much potential in you, but you need to stop waiting for others to approve of your dreams. The truth is, no one else can build your future for you. Only you have the power to create your path." Samir looked puzzled. "But what if it fails? What if people laugh at me?" Mr. Iqbal's eyes sparkled with wisdom. "The fear of failure will always be there, Samir. But if you keep depending on others to give you the green light, you will never truly move forward. You have to trust yourself, your skills, and your vision. The world won't wait for your doubts to disappear. Take action, even when you're unsure." Samir left Mr. Iqbal's office that day with a heavy heart. He had always believed that success was about receiving validation from others. But the words of his mentor echoed in his mind. Only you have the power to create your path. That night, Samir sat alone in his room, thinking about the advice he had received. He realized that his constant search for approval was keeping him stuck. He had spent years waiting for the perfect moment, the right person, or the right circumstances to take action. But nothing ever happened. He had to stop waiting for permission and start believing in himself. The next morning, Samir made a decision. He would no longer depend on others to move forward. He would take the first step on his own. Without consulting anyone, he drafted a business plan for his cafe, researched the market, and found a small location to rent. It wasn't easy, and there were moments of doubt, but Samir kept pushing forward. He worked tirelessly day and night, pouring his heart and soul into building his dream. He faced many challenges along the way: financial struggles, unexpected setbacks, and moments of exhaustion. But he refused to give up. Every time doubt crept in, he reminded himself, "I am the one in control of my destiny." Months passed, and Samir's cafe finally opened its doors. At first, business was slow. There were times when he felt discouraged, but instead of depending on others to validate his efforts, he focused on improving, learning from his mistakes, and staying committed to his vision. Gradually, more customers began to visit, and word of mouth spread. His cafe became a popular spot in the town, known for its cozy atmosphere and delicious coffee. One day, as Samir sat behind the counter, watching his customers enjoy their drinks, he realized how far he had come. He had built his dream from the ground up, without waiting for anyone's approval or permission. He had stopped depending on others and trusted himself. It was one of the proudest moments of his life. Not long after, Samir received a message from his family, who had initially been skeptical about his decision to open a cafe. They wanted to congratulate him on his success. For the first time, Samir felt that the approval he sought all along was no longer necessary. He had proven to himself that his strength, courage, and belief in his own abilities were enough. Moral of the story: the only person who can truly determine your success is you. Stop depending on others for approval, validation, or direction. Trust yourself, take action, and believe that the strength to create your own path lies within you. Success comes when you stop waiting for permission and start making decisions for yourself.